In this life, we control everything. We need to be responsible for everything. And the hard truth is, honestly, your life is your own fault. Like, here's the thing. Before you immediately attack me in the comments about like, no, my life is bad because of X, Y, and Z. I didn't have a good upbringing. My parents are not rich. I was bullied as a child. Yada yada yada. Or my genetics aren't good. I don't go to the gym because blah blah blah. I can't lose weight because I've tried or blah 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 blah. Whatever it is. I'm not trying to downplay your excuses, but I'm just gonna tell you the hard truth, okay? I still think that your life is your fault, mostly. Why? I'm gonna give you a bit of an analogy. Have you ever played Minecraft? The little block game we all used to play as kids. I even still play it sometimes now. It's, if you start a survival world, right? Just random seed, random everything. You don't choose where you spawn, right? Maybe you might get a lucky speedrun seed and you spawn near a village. And apparently that village is right above an ancient city. And maybe right beside the village, there's a lava pool that you can immediately use to make another portal. That's a good spawn, right? Or on another world that you generate, you spawn in the middle of the Badlands, which is like, and this Badlands is like very far away. And when you look for another biome, you only find desert. It takes you a long while to get to even find the first tree to punch, right? That's the same thing as real life. We all have different spawn points in this life. We did not choose who we were going to be. We were born in this world randomly. We could not choose where we spawn. And I know it sounds cliche, but and I know someone has said this before, but like you couldn't decide your own spawn, but now you can decide where you want to go. And here's the thing, right? If you want to keep blaming your spawn point, I'm just gonna have to ask you, how long do you want to be a victim in your own life? Because here's the thing, part of being a victim, part of blaming something to others, part of looking for validation, part of just finding ways to blame anything but yourself is kind of a form of not wanting to have control, right? Some of us say that, oh, I don't have control over my life because of X, Y, and Z. The thing is, what I've discovered is that most people, they actually don't want to have control. They complain about X, Y, and Z, blame it on other people. But when you do that, actually, yeah, when you blame other people's, when you blame others, you are actually giving up control. Like, think about that for a second, okay? We might be so used to this default thought of like, oh, I'm I am X because of Y, and Y is a certain external aspect, like the excuses of everything as in the start of this video, like, oh, my parents are not rich, my genetics are not good, whatever it is, right? Let me just tell you, every time you blame something else that isn't in your control, you are actually taking power away from yourself and giving it to something else. You're giving up control. You're saying to yourself, you're telling yourself, I can't do it. I don't have power. You're quite literally just giving up. You're telling this planet, I'm not able to do anything. I am powerless. Other people decide my life, which is honestly very tragic. I'm just gonna again ask you, if you feel like this relates to you, how long do you want to be a victim in your life? And I was once like this. Back in school, I was the kid that literally couldn't stand up for myself. I was the yes man that would just simp for girls. I would just follow what they like, change myself to fit in what they like because I did not know what to do. I didn't know how to control my own life. I gave it to other people. And with that, I didn't have any power on myself, let alone influencing other people in this entire world. So, what's the deal here, right? What am I trying to tell you to say? What am I trying to tell you basically? Here, the thing that I'm trying to tell you is that I know I know it might seem overwhelming. It might seem overwhelming if you want to just you feel like your life isn't in any control of yourself whatsoever. Then what I want to tell you is just start small. Once again, I know it's cliche, but start small. Things that you can 100% control. This is why people always tell you, lots of disciplined people, when in their advice, they tell you, okay, when you wake up, immediately make your bed in the morning. Why? That gives you control. If you can wake up in the morning and immediately just, there's a fly here. Yeah, it's summer. Sorry, there's lots of flies in summer. If you can wake up and immediately just make one conscious decision of, okay, I'm a clean person. I wake up, I clean up my bed sheets. I just fold them. Doesn't need to be like a hotel style, crisp, clean fold. No, just fold it. Just basically not make it look bad. That's one form of taking control. That's taking control of like, I'm not gonna let my laziness control me. I will at least make my bed look presentable. That's a small thing, but it will still affect you. It's the small things that build up to be bigger things. And then further on, you can start doing more things like this, for example. You decide how you look. You decide how your muscles look. You decide how your appearance look. I'm gonna flex a little, but I don't care. Because why? See, I know these are not the biggest biceps, but I've been training in the gym since I was in ninth grade. Well, not really in the gym because like there was COVID at the time. It was 2020, but you get my point. I was basically into exercise. I was into trying to build muscle, all of that stuff. I decided that day that okay, I want to start going to the gym. I want to start becoming a person that actually has control over his physique. This did not take me 1 month. This took me years of doing bicep curls. Well, it's still small because I don't train bicep curls because this is not what I flex. Here, I'll just show you my Olympic lifts. There, you. You think I clean and jerk 105 kilograms just because I spawned on it? No. When I was in ninth grade in the bench press, I was not able to lift the goddamn empty barbell. I still remember that day so clearly. It was in my sports club gym. I could not lift the empty barbell. The empty barbell on its own, I was not able to lift it. Now, that barbell feels like a PVC pipe that I used to warm up. I lift 100 kg above my head. Why? Because I decided that, okay, I want to take control about my strength. I want to be the guy that takes the weights that people usually deadlift with. I want to take people's deadlift PRs and throw it above my head for fun. That's the person that I want to be. And that's the type of control, the desire of control of your own life that you need to have in your own life. Next up, for example, your health. Like, I'm not the most healthy people, but like in this age, more people that I see in real life, more of my friends, more of the people that I know in real life have horrible health. I'm going to be real with you. I don't mean to shit on people. I don't mean to talk bad about people. But when this happens all the time, left and right, you cannot help but notice it. When you notice people eating junk food all the time and then complaining that they feel like shit, when you see them play video games until 5 a.m. and then wake up at 2 and they don't have any energy levels, they walk weird, they don't even feel like human beings sometimes. It's weird, dude. And you decide if you want to be a person like that, that just falls into your lizard brain that just wants to eat junk food all the time, or if you want to be the guy that actually takes care of your health and your energy levels to actually eat a proper clean diet, to actually eat optimally, to actually do things that boost your health, boost your energy levels, and have habits that actually make you feel good as a person, that's on you. Next is also your wealth, which is currently my homework because I'm a broke ass student and I really want to change that. Like, we've had people who Whether it's for making a business or making a YouTube channel, or maybe just simple stuff like finding a job and saving their savings just so they can have money and try to do something with that. That's on your control. And that's, as I said, that's my homework, what I need to do. So now with this short video, I really hope that this will give you the drive to actually take control over your own life, to stop being a victim in your own life. Like how insane is that? Some people in their own life are victims. They are victims in their own life and they cannot even control their own life. How sad is that? I pray that it's not you. And if you do feel like you're one of those people, I hope you can take this video, take in the simple things that I've told you, apply it to your life, and finally do it, have some control, and finally take some control. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye bye.